Oh, no sound. Thank you, thank you so much, Sandra. Um, I hope you could follow along with what I was showing you. Um, I'm making a place setting treat box for Thanksgiving. I'm so sorry about the sound. I'm all discombobulated today because of the visit from the bear. So I've had phone calls from people who are going to help me fix the damage and protect the chicken coop and all sorts of things. So if things go awry, it's the bear. So sorry about that. Okay. Thank you, Beverly. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Charlotte. And thank you, Ginger. Okay, hopefully you can hear me now, right? Can everybody hear me? Oh my goodness. What a day. All right, so I'm cutting this at 2 3/4 square. And that's going to be, and since I have this little piece here, I'm going to go ahead and do that one. All right, so I've got 2 pieces. And yes, everybody can hear me now. Thank you, ladies. My apology. If you tuned on a little bit earlier, you may have heard a little bit of the story about the bear that visited here early this morning or late last night, and so things are happening here. So just please bear with me. Oh, get it? Bear with me. Oh my God! All right, so this is very pretty. So this is the oxidized paper, and it comes in 2 different colors. There's this warm color, and then there's a cool, I think it is a pretty peacock. It's very pretty. So there's the other color. But this one looks really nice with the pecan pie, which is what I have here. So that's going to work on there. And then I'm going to look inside my goodie bag and see what I've got. Some of these things are just little leftover snippets from my previous projects, but they're going to be perfect for this. Yeah, Beverly says gorgeous paper. It is gorgeous paper. And, you know, it's a little on the light side. I did use it to make a treat bag, and it's okay. It's not bad. It just kind of makes it over the line. But if you wanted to have a much sturdier treat bag, then you might want to opt in for the cardstock base and then just decorate with some of the paper on the outside. But it will work, and that would be a really cute kind of quick and easy way to go. So you have that option as well. But it's definitely not one of our heaviest designer series papers. All right, so this is the base, and let's see what we've got here. So I do have these beautiful pears, which are very pretty. That could be part of the design. This is a leaf that I cut out using the Fruitful Blessings die set, and I cut it out of the distressed gold, and then I mounted it or laminated it onto a piece of cardstock, and it's still very fragile, but that distressed gold paper, just by comparison, is much thinner than this paper. This paper, the oxidized paper, is thicker and stronger, so it might have been a better idea to cut it out of that instead. But still, it makes a nice contrast on here, so I could possibly use that. That would be very pretty. And then I have my cute acorns. All right, so I love those. And I cut those out in various colors. This is the old olive. So let me just sort out some of these things so I can see what I have. I have these very pretty little leaf, autumn colored leaf ephemera, I guess you would call it. These were made also with the Fruitful Blessings stamp set, and then I painted them with inks. So I used the in-color inks mostly for those, but I may have added a couple of other colors as well. Here's that beautiful juniper. Definitely want to put that in the back. Have that beautiful lacy kind of filigree effect. I've got a snippet here so I can fill that space a little bit better. Not sure if I'm going to use the pears or not yet, so I'm just going to look at these things. I have to make a bunch of these. This is going to be for my Thanksgiving dinner. I'm going to be going to a friend's house that we, at least I think we're going to be going to a friend's house. Actually, the plans have not been finalized, but it's going to be a little bit smaller this year. So, because we've got people who have moved out to the West Coast and all over the place. So I'm probably going to need about 4 for sure, and I'll make some extras just in case, because you never know when somebody may be dropping in. So I'm just looking to see how these things all work together. And they're getting a little bit lost in the background here. These acorns are not showing up so well. This is the pecan pie, but the copper clay looks pretty good. And then I've got these. Oh, that looks really pretty. So I like that. So I think it's going to be something like that. I do have some pecan pie foliage here, which could be really pretty just as a sort of a textural thing. So I'm going to get started, and I'm going to use my wet glue. Could use glue dots too, but let me think. No, I think I'm debating, because this paper is not going to be as porous for the wet glue, so maybe I will be using the glue dots today, because I want these to stick down well. So I'm just going to begin. And if it goes over the edge a little bit, that's okay. And actually, I'm going to sponge that edge a little bit, because I can see the white core of the paper. So let me get my gold ink. This is the Delicata. I'm just going to put a drop on this dauber, just that much. You don't need a lot. And I'm going to run that along the edge. And that makes a big difference in how finished it looks. It doesn't look quite so cut out. And it just takes a second to do. So there we go. second one. I'm just going to very quickly add these others. I'm going to go to the green. I'm not going to worry about trimming the edges until I'm done. I'm just going to fold this glue dot in half so that it fits better on there. Okay, give that a little snip. This is So Saffron. This is a retired color, but it's a beautiful, mellow, soft yellow, and I absolutely love it. Fortunately, I've got a bunch of it. If you don't have the So Saffron, then you could go with the Daffodil Delight. It's a little bit brighter, but it would be very pretty. And then here's my acorns. You know, I think this is Calypso Coral. And they look really beautiful in the Calypso Coral. So I'm going to have them sort of sweeping down like that. So for this, I'm going to use some dimensionals. Now in your dimensional packs, when they get low, like these are, you get all these little bits along the sides. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut each one of those in two. So 2 halves. And use all these up. It's a little bit fiddly, but it will make a really pretty effect. Got a double on there. Whoops. Let's get that right here. Oops. All right, let's try that again. If I get my head under the camera, it's because I've got to get my nose down to where I can see what I'm doing. Right, now this one still has the backing on it. All right. No, Beverly, the die pieces are from Magical Meadow. And I was probably muted when I was talking about it. And what I was saying is that the Magical Meadow dies, which is this set, which is a kind of a winter themed set. actually can work year-round. You don't. This does not have to be a you know, the suite has a lot of beautiful blues and cool greens and Lost Lagoon and some of the Moody Mauve. But you can easily use these dyes year-round, and they're absolutely beautiful. Really nice dye set. Okay, so now I've got my tiny acorns popped up. I'm just peeling off the backing so that they are sticky. I think I got them all. There we go. I think I could use a little more on this one. Find a tiny piece. There's a tiny piece. Okay. Alright, so those are popped up a little bit, just enough to add a little bit of shadow underneath there. They look really sweet. I'm going to trim that stem. I may just tuck this gold leaf under there. Okay. Yeah, Beverly is contemplating the Magical Meadows. I think it's really beautiful, Bev. I think it's one that you'll get a lot of usage out of. Okay. So we're getting somewhere. And I have this little piece of the natural ribbon, and it might be fun to add that. I'm going to cut it in half. And then I'm going to load it up with glue dots. Does it matter which side? I think they're both about the same. So I'm going to put 3 glue dots on each one. Make sure it sticks down really well. Oops. I'm pulling it apart. Yeah, I may need another glue dot on here. All right, and I'm just going to sort of tuck that under my gold leaf. I'm going to put another one over here. I really do love this stuff. This ribbon is interesting. When you pull the thread in one direction, it comes out really easily. Oops, it's stuck to my finger. But when you pull the thread in the other direction, you have to work on it a little bit. So just take your time and you'll get this really nice kind of a textural effect that looks very pretty with the autumn things. Okay. Just kind of tuck that under, give that a good press. Okay, so I think we're, oops, sorry, off camera. So I think I'm just about done here. I really like the way that looks, and I'm still going to add my metallic enamel effects basics. But before I do that, I want to get my decoration mounted on the lid of my box. Got one last glue dot on here. Let's see if I can use that to make this stay down even better. Here we go. All right, let's get back to the box now. I think we've got enough on here. All right. So this is the front of my box is going to be like that. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and use my liquid glue to adhere that. Now, I don't mind that that a little bit of this foliage and decorations is coming off the sides and the top. However, because this box is going to be standing up, this little piece here is going to get in the way. So I'm just going to snip that off. This lined up. Okay, and I think what I'll do is I'll take my extra piece and just put that on the back, and that'll be nice because if I have people sitting across from one another at the table, they won't be looking at just a plain back. They'll see a little bit of bling. So there we go, very pretty. All right, and just going to go ahead my bottom glued. And give that a good burnish. I'm using my bone folder on the inside of the box to press down all those pieces. And my ribbon. So for my ribbon, I'm going to thread it through from the top. If I can get it through there. All the instructions for the assembly of the box and the measurements and so forth will be in this month's card class. So you will be getting a kit to make these little boxes in time for Christmas. And just get this up through here. And you'll also have the PDF so that you'll be able to follow along and make your own. They're very, very simple to make. And I think I have a video as well. So if you're interested in learning more about how to get the treat bag and boxes kit with the PDF and the video tutorial, make sure that you're subscribed to Notes from Dandelion Cottage, and I will be sending out all the information very soon on that. So, but you're not going to get that unless you're subscribed to Notes from Dandelion Cottage. And if you're watching on Facebook, there is a button up in the banner that you can press that will subscribe you to Notes very easily. And if you're watching on YouTube, there will be a link in the description below. Alright, so I'm just going to put a pretty bow on here. And I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to put inside these boxes yet, but you could fit in all kinds of candy. You could fit in some Reese's peanut butter cups. You could put in some Ghirardelli chocolates. You could use chocolate kisses, or if you're somebody who likes to bake things, some cute little cookies would be really nice. So it's a generous little box. So there is that. And now we want our tag. So let me move these things over a little bit more. Let's see what I did with my tags. They've flown away. How does this happen? I shouldn't be surprised. It happens every time, right? Oh, here they are. I got it. Okay, so here are my little tags, and I'm going to go ahead and laminate these together. I just really like a nice sturdy tag. Again, these were made with the Tailored Tags die set, and they're very pretty. When you put them through the cut and emboss machine, it cuts out the hole for the string for you, and it also puts this beautiful detailing along all the edges. And because each one is cut out just the same, they fit beautifully together. And I think what I want to do on here, I'll leave space on the back for my person's name, but on the front, I'm just going to do a little bit of an echo of what I had front of my box, so this looks like it would fit nicely on there. You hardly have to squeeze the bottle at all. Just the tiniest little bit to get that very fine dot of glue. And I was a little bit messy. There we go. And I do have a little gold leaf. Oh, here, this is even better. All right, so here are the remains of that other leaf that I trimmed, so that'll work nicely. And we've got a little tiny snip that will just add that really pretty Calypso Coral, which I think really brightens this up. Okay, now last but not least, I do need a little piece of linen thread for that. But I'm going to get out those metallic enamel effects and decorate these things now. Okay. So that's what we have so far. And I think they're really cute. Okay, you can see that beautiful copper ribbon that just kind of pulls it all together. But now I'm going to take these things. Now, I think the trick to using this, and I don't know all the tricks yet because I haven't really experimented with it all that much. I mostly use it for berries and things like that. But I think less is more. Ginger says, use the ribbon to close the box. Well, how cute would that be at a table setting? And then, you know, a little tag with your name on it. And I don't know, if somebody gave me this box, I wouldn't be able to throw it away. I'd have to keep it forever. I think they're just so pretty. But I want to zoom in so that you can get a good look. If you haven't used this stuff before, it's pretty cool. So I'm just going to give the bottle a little bit of a squeeze to get it going. And putting the nozzle right where the berry shape is, and then just lift up. So if you've done any kind of cake decorating before, it's that sort of thing. So you just want to kind of pull it up, and then that little point is just going to go back down and form a really beautiful little dome. Oops, that one I didn't do so well. Okay, let me see if I can fix that one. Let me get a scrap piece of paper. I've got one right here. So you see what I did there? I was busy talking and I didn't pull it up. So I'm just going to wipe that away while it's still wet. There we go. now. Look how nice that looks. Okay, just a little more texture, a little more sparkle, and it just looks really cute. So we can do the same thing on here. I'm not going to do as much because we have so much going on here already. But now let me warn you not to leave these wet things around. Make sure you put them up someplace. Like I said, we don't want any little furry feet to walk through there. I, of course, bump into them all the time, so I don't want to do that. So the quicker you put it up and away, the better. And then I'm just going to add some slightly bigger ones here and there. I've got a couple of berry spots on my juniper. Just anywhere you think you need a little extra something. Okay, I think that'll do it. Where's my lid? Put that away. Whoopsie. There we go. Okay, so here they are. Of course, I'll tie that on once it's dried thoroughly. But so if you can imagine this box sitting on its bottom like that. Okay. And that's it. That's what I've got for you today, folks. So this is my Thanksgiving placeholder box for the table. It's going to have a treat inside there. And I'm going to do some more like this, but I'm probably going to be switching to Christmas now. I think it's time to start going into the more wintry things because, you know, we don't have a lot of time to make these things. We're right in the midst of holiday season now, and the time is going to start spinning out of control. So I'm going to take a quick look, see if there's any other things here. Everybody likes it. Thank you so much, Linda. Thank you, Bev. I'm going to scroll back, see if there's any questions. And yeah, Bev, get the set. You won't regret it. And you know, the Fruitful Blessings is another nice set too. It's one of the ones I think is easy to overlook, but it's a very nice set. Ginger says, is the paper you're using the dry brushed metallic? The paper, I think what she's talking about is this paper, and the name of this paper is Oxidized Copper, and it's a 12 by 12, and you get two different colors. So there's the name. You get two different colors in the pack. I think that's the paper that you're talking about. All right. So sorry about the sound earlier. Hey, Candy. Thank you so much for tuning in. Candy is so busy. I don't know how she does it all, but I'm always happy to see you here, Candy. All right, folks. I'll see you all very soon. This Saturday, for those of you who are Stampin' Up! People, is going to be the big event, and so I will be making things virtually with probably, I would imagine, several thousand other paper crafters around the world. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that. And next week, I believe I'm going to be back on Monday. Marvelous Monday is going to be back, and I'll be filling you in on what's coming up, because I've got a lot of things to share with you. All right, well, thank you all so much. Stay well, stay happy, stay creative, and I will see you next time.